welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Katisha Marie, and today we're just gonna talk. We're gonna have a conversation, we're gonna chit chat, we're gonna catch up. I figured that I would do this get ready with me style because I need to get ready for the day. I've got lots of stuff going on, so we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. So again, if you're new here, my name is Katisha Marie. I do beauty, lifestyle, and fashion content here on YouTube. You can also catch me over on my Instagram. I have makeup just brought out all over this desk here, and so we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. Before I actually put anything on my face, just in case like I start crying, I want to thank all of you for helping me reach my first 100 subscribers. Like, it is absolutely amazing. I am just so honored by you guys. So thank you so very much. I just, again, am really honored. If you are not subscribed, please be sure to do so. Also hit the notification bell. That way you are aware when I do upload a video. I am kind of playing around with the algorithm a little bit to see when the best time is. So I'd love to say I have a set time right now, but I don't. So be sure to hit that notification bell. So today, again, just catching up, getting ready. Got a few things that I do want to talk to you guys about. I'll try and list everything down in the description bar in case I forget to mention it, because there's a good chance that I will, because I just do that sometimes, you know. My mirror's over here, so you'll see me looking over here. So catching up with you guys. How have you guys been, first and foremost? What's going on? Are you guys ready for the spring weather? I live in Iowa, and real talk, this weather cannot make up its mind, and it's quite frustrating. I'm like, are we hot? Are we cold? Are we spring? Are we winter? Like, what is happening? My time, because I do pre-film a couple of weeks in advance because I have 2 jobs and, you know, quite a busy schedule. My time, it snowed yesterday. Yeah, yesterday morning, and then at the end of the day, it was like 50, 51 degrees or so. Today, it's supposed to be a high of 56. So it's just, you know, what are we doing? What are we doing? I don't really know what the weather's doing. So, yeah. I recently went to a concert. I went down to St. Louis. Again, my time, like, last week. And went to a We Are Unashamed concert. They are on tour, the group record label 116. If you are familiar with any of them, let me know down below. Like, absolutely love them. I am totally into Christian hip hop, like, pretty big time. Like, it's real life out here. You know, sometimes you just gotta, like, roll up on the devil a little different because we don't got no time. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. So I absolutely just had a blast, but I did not like the drive. It's about a 5.5 hour drive from where I'm at, and it did take a little bit longer because I did stop. So it was about 6 hours once, like, I was, you know, actually there. I did end up going thrifting, so I've got like some thrifting videos that will be coming up here. And also went to like Ulta and Target because I wanted to see if they had different things than what I have here. I don't live in an area that's predominantly black in Iowa, so I definitely wanted to see if they had, you know, different things, because Kansas City, St. Louis is, you know, more known for its black population. So definitely wanted to check that out. But the concert was so dope. I had so much fun. I went by myself. Like, none of my friends could make it or wanted to make it because it's just not their type of music, which I totally respect. So I just went by myself and had the best time. Like, I got a really good seat because, of course, like, it was just me. And people were, you know, wanting to hold 5 or 6 seats. It was just me. So that was awesome. Yeah, like Andy Mineo, The Cray, obviously, Tripley, Hovey, Whatever RG, Tadashi, 1K Few. Like, if you know any of these names, again, I want to know down below. All of them were fantastic. Oh, and Wande, she was there. So yeah, it was just a really, really, really good show. I really enjoyed myself. Glad, excuse me, glad that I went, and will definitely be planning to go again next year. So I'm trying to debate what I want to do here because I want to wear one of these two lips today, and I've got 3 Juvia's Place palettes. I've got that one, I've got this one, and I've got this one, and I've been loving like this color right here. Absolutely been loving that for the spring. But I think I want to do this purple. I just need to figure out what I'm doing with this purple. I'm gonna take my favorite color and just start packing that on. So yeah, that was a really good time. And then I went to, that was on a like a Thursday, Friday type of deal. And then I ended up going over to Kansas City and catching up with a friend that I hadn't seen forever. Like, she left and went back home to Kansas. And I just hadn't seen her in, you know, a year at least. Well, I think it's been more than that because of Rona. What is time? You know, like for real, like what is time? So caught up with her and her daughter and had some of the best soul food because like we don't really have soul food here because it's Iowa. Like, it's not happening. So yeah, had some of the best soul food and just caught up with her, stayed the night with her, had a really good time, and then came back home that Saturday and ended up going to Target while I was here. And hung out with a friend for a bit, and then came home and chilled. Like, it's always good to like get away, but it was really good to like be back. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing like your own bed. You know what I mean? So, yeah, had a really, really good time. But was excited to be back home. So, now I'm going to go in with, I don't even know what I'm going in with. I generally don't know what I'm doing. Like, I never plan a look. I just kind of see what happens and go with it. And I always do my eyes first, so it always looks crazy. But it's always worth it. It always ends up being worth it. I'm going to take a bright, 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 bright pink. And I'm going to put that here because I just, you know, want to do that. So, yeah, that was so much fun. Had a great time doing that. The one thing, though, that I did struggle with was obviously, like, food. A lot of those places, like, we don't have here in Iowa. So I went to White Castle, which was okay. Like, it was my first time there. I honestly expected a lot more, to be completely honest with you. Expected a whole lot more, and was a little bit disappointed. Also went to Whataburger, and that was okay. That was better. I went to Sonic, and Sonic was better than the one that we have here. I went to the one that we have here in Iowa. First off, like, we used to have a ton of them. Now I guess we only have 2. Went to the one down there, and it was actually really, really good. So now I'm like, I kind of want to try the ones that we have here to see, like, what, you know, if they've improved or, like, because I haven't been in years. And when I say in years, I literally mean in years. So I might do that. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that because I'm not quite sure. But it made traveling a little challenging because I have been on a health journey. Almost a year ago, maybe by the time that this goes up, it will have been a year, I started a health journey and have lost 50 pounds total. And real talk, some days are better than other days. Like, you know, it depends. It really does depend on kind of what's going on with life. I am a person that is at war with depression and anxiety. And so some days really are better than other days, mentally and health wise, you know? Um, and so eating like all of that fried food, as much as I loved it, just wreaked havoc on my body. And again, you know, some of it was not that great. Like, it just was not that great. So, yeah, I am getting like back into, you know, my health journey and taking it one day at a time. And that's really all we can do. You know what I mean? Like, that's really all we can do is take it one day at a time and like not beat ourselves up and have grace with ourselves. I don't know about you, but there are moments where I do not have very good grace for myself at all. Like, at all. And my goal this year is to get a lot better at that, because I'm always telling other people to be gracious with themselves. Are you one of those people that like never takes your own advice? Like, I never take my own advice. I'm like, yes, like, be gracious with yourself. Like, it'll be okay. Everything will be fine. Like, you know, feel how you feel. Do what you do. And then when it comes to me, I'm like, no, you should have known better. You should have done better. You know, like, yep, I'm one of those people. But you know what? We're making moves and we're getting better at that. And I'm really proud of myself. And because I know how far I've come, you know what I mean? Like, only you know how far you've come. So be gracious with yourself while you are learning and growing and figuring out life and, you know, all of the things that you are doing. So yeah, I have that going on this week. Real time, and my time, I should say, was not a good like mental health week for me. Like, I did struggle quite a bit. Some of it was because like I was just on empty, you know. So I really needed to like get it together, you know, in that aspect, and really like take a day and be like, I am not okay. And that's exactly what I did. That is exactly what I did, and I am so glad that I did that, because I definitely like needed that. I definitely needed that for myself. So again, no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of like doing something. Yep, I think that's gonna work for me. Today will probably be a day that I put on fake lashes because I really want this to like pop. So right now, that's going to be all that we're going to do for the eyes, I think. Yeah, I think that that's going to be it for the eyes. I didn't mean to like leave that on like such a, you know, like dry note. So yeah, if you, let me wipe up some of this. I'm going to have to fix that later. The shadows have a little bit of fallout, so that's part of the reason I do eyes first, so then I can kind of clean it up. Now my brain has like completely left me and I have no remembrance of what I was talking about. See, that's what happens sometimes. You know, you got 18 things going on in your brain and it just kind of like goes left on you. I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever HD Skin. If you have not seen my review on this, you definitely need to do so, because you just need to do so. There's no other way to put it. I mixed it in that video, but I've actually found out that I don't necessarily need to mix it. It kind of like warms up to my skin, so no mixing, at least right now. I might have to mix it like later when I, you know, get outside. But right now we're good. So yeah, I don't know where I was at or what I was saying. Um, oh, I was empty. Like, I just needed to absolutely, like, take a day for myself and be like, you know what? I just need to do absolutely nothing. And that's what I did. I literally slept all day. I was up. I'm on a, like, regimen, I guess, where I eat every, like, 3 hours. So I did get up to do that. Like, it just keeps my metabolism going. Um, which for me has been like the main thing. Like, I don't know what it is. For me, eating 3 square meals a day just does not work. Like, I have learned that about myself. So, like, the more I eat, the let me rephrase that. The more I eat, but in lesser amounts, works out much better for me, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. I don't get it, but it's what works. So, we're gonna go with it, you know? Like, that's what we're gonna go with. I'm not gonna fight it. By doing it that way, I have lost 50 pounds, so it works. You know, like, it absolutely works. Um, and holding down those 50 pounds, like, for that, I'm really, really proud of myself because that's hard. Like, I don't know if you've ever released 50 pounds or, you know, even 5 pounds. Holding off that weight, man. And if you don't know what, like, 5 pounds looks like, because, you know, people are like, oh, it's only 5 pounds. No, you need to look that up because 5 pounds is the real deal. Like, it's for real out here. That is not something to be like, oh, it's only. No, no. You killed that. You know what I mean? Like, you did a great job at that. Sorry, again, I'm going to try and link these all down below because I keep forgetting to mention what I've got going on here. Like, no, you need to be proud of the 5 pounds that you lost because that's no small feat, for real. So, yes, down 50 pounds will be a year since I started that journey. April 28th is the exact date. And again, there's been good days and there's been bad days. There's been highs and lows and all of the things in between. You know what I mean? Like, because it's life. Life does not, life is a roller coaster. It does not just go up. And it goes up, down, around, backwards, you know, upside down. It can be a challenge. But, again, really proud of myself and what I've accomplished. For me, I am really enjoying where I'm at right now. For me, maintenance is between 220 and 225. My doctor would love to see me lose more. I'm not about that life. Like, I already have lost my butt and my boobs. Like, they abandoned ship. They were like, you know what, we volunteer as tribute because I am struggling trying to find jeans that, like, my waist is smaller than my hips and my butt, obviously. And so, yeah, it's a challenge. I have found some at Old Navy, and those are really nice. And then I also found some at Kohl's, which have been really nice as well. And I'm very grateful that I was able to find those because, man, oh man, the struggle. So yeah, but Old Navy's jeans, like, they run a little strange, you know, but they fit. I might need a belt, but they do fit, so I'm gonna rock those while I can. I also went down to celebrate, went down to the We Are Unashamed concert to celebrate because I am officially debt-free. I have been loosely following the Dave Ramsey, and I say loosely because I have just rented the book from the library. Like, I did not take the course. I didn't do any of that. but rented the book Total Money Makeover and have just been following the steps that are listed in there. And for me, that I'm very much like a logical, step by step kind of person. I need to have things broken down for me. Like just saying, "Oh, pay off your debt." That doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like I need to know. I need to have a plan to be able to do that. And that definitely provided a plan for me to do that. And so I, again, Lucy followed that, and recently just paid off my last payment of my student loans, which was the best thing. Like, I am so glad that I did that. I have no other words for it. Like, I'm so glad that I did that because, whew, student loans, man, y'all know. Y'all know. Like, absolutely over it. Absolutely over it. So yeah, officially debt free. Now we're moving on to the next stage. If you follow Dave Ramsey, you know the stages. If you don't and you are like a logical person, check out that book because it literally breaks things down perfectly, beautifully, like just breaks it down exactly what I needed. So yeah, now I'm on to the next steps that I like need to do, and I'm ready. You know what I mean? Like I ultimately want to get a house. That's really the main purpose of doing all of these things, is that I want to get a house and I want to not have to worry about, you know, is this something that I'm going to be able to pay for? Also, when I get married and I have kids, I don't want them stuck with any of the debts that I have. You know, I mean, my house might be a little bit different because there's not really too much I can do about like a house, you know. But the rest of that stuff, like, yeah, I'm in control of my credit card debt. I'm in control of my student loans. I'm in control of those things. And like, I did not want for them to be responsible for any of that. So I definitely wanted to take care of all of that and get that like out of the way, you know, for them really. I'm just gonna blend out some of these edges here. I do need to go back in over here and fix this because my what do you call it, concealer. We're gonna do that. Yeah, so like I said, I just didn't want to leave any kids with those type of responsibilities when it's time for me to, you know, roll out of here. Like I just didn't feel like that was fair to them. So, because they'll have their own student loans, you know what I mean? Like they'll have their own student loans, they have their own debt, they have their own struggles financially. I'm hoping, you know, not. Lord's willing they don't. Like it's time to start breaking generational curses financially and, you know, all of those kind of things. Like we don't got time. We're done with that. You know what I mean? Like done, done, and done. So yeah, absolutely am loving being debt free, like, which was some of the reason that I spent way too much when I was in St. Louis. Yeah, just a little bit too much, but loved it. Had such a great time. You know, like it was well deserved because I've been working two jobs. Like our stimulus that we got, I put that towards debt. You know, like it just, oh, it was something, but it's done now. So really, really glad for that to be all the way done. This is the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim. I think they might have renamed this. I don't know. I went to the store with a friend and we were like looking for this and it just had like a different name and I was like brow something. I don't remember what the name was, but I'm like they must have renamed it because we were looking for Brow Ultra Slim, and it was not that name. You know what I mean? And I'm not a fan when people do that. Like, why are you creating confusion? Why do we have to create such confusion? Like, let's just leave things alone. You know, people know what they are. I feel that way about like the Smashbox primers. They, I don't know if they redid them. I don't know if they actually like came out with new formula. Like, it's just confusion. You know what I mean? Like, the packages are definitely different than what they were before, which is again annoying. Not quite sure why people want to create confusion. Um, so yeah, but it is what it is. You know, like, they didn't ask me my opinion. Sometimes I do wish like they would though. You know, like, I wish brands would be like, okay, how do you feel about this? Like, we're considering doing this. How do you feel about it? And I think that that would make a huge difference for consumers, especially those that are the brands, I mean, that are not inclusive. Like, can you ask me what my opinion would be? I love that. I'm going to take a little bit of that purple eyeshadow and actually put it on my cheeks as well. I love that Too Faced reached out to Jackie Ina, who is a huge YouTuber here. And like, she helped them like curate some of the colors, because like their deeper shades were just garbage. Like, there's no other way to put it. They were absolutely garbage. And so like, I absolutely love that. Like, that's what we need. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we need people to be doing. If you don't know, like, it is okay to say you don't know, but it's not okay to pretend that you know and offend, you know, people. Like, that bothers me. I don't got time for that. No time for that kind of stuff. Sorry, I keep like messing with the shadow because I just want to make sure that it is all good, you know. And we got eyeliner. That I cannot do that and talk at the same time. Like, that would be disastrous, let me tell you. Alright, so that is done. I'm going to go in with my number 7 mascara. This is almost gone, so I'm really like trying to use this up. I've got like that teal color up there, and I kind of want to go in with this on the bottom. So I think I'm going to do that before I put on mascara on the bottom lashes. Honey, I am hungry. Like, I got up this morning and went and worked out. My job, my full-time job, has opened up their gym to everyone. Some people are going back in the office, some people are not. I am one of the people that are not going back to the office. And so they were like real cautious of opening up the gym and the workout center to everyone because, you know, of everything that's been going on with Rona and clearly I can't do this and talk at the same time either. Alright, so we're gonna let that be. So I went and worked out this morning, and it was great. Like, I'm so glad that I did that. So glad that I did that because I felt like I definitely like needed to do that. But now your girl is hungry. Like, oh my word, hungry. I'm taking some of the purple and just kind of like dabbing slash smoking it out underneath that liner. Alright, so I need to grab a brown lip liner. I think I'm going to go in with this purple one. This is the Maybelline Liquid Super Stay, I think it's what it's called, in the shade Believer. I'm gonna put this on and see how it looks without a liner, and then I'll make a decision here. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. I feel like first it needs to dry down. These ones and the ones from Sephora, like, absolutely love them. I really need to get more shades of that. I'm gonna let it dry down and see how I feel, and then I might go over like the edges with a brown lip liner. I have been loving the Juvia's Place one that I recently got, so probably gonna go. I feel like anything that you wear, like if it's a color that isn't necessarily a good tone on you, if you put a brown lip liner, especially like our deep skin tones, like the beautiful chocolateness of us, we put a brown lip liner on with it, like it instantly works. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I'm probably going to do that. I also need to figure out what lashes I want to wear. I always get makeup like in my nose. Are you one of those? Does that happen to you? Let me know down below. Like I always get it right in my nose. While that's doing that, I do want to put on like an inner corner highlight. I think I'm gonna go in with this shade actually. I haven't used that one yet, so yeah, I think I like that. I'm gonna put some right here. I have oily skin, so I probably don't even need to highlight, but you know what, we're here. We're just gonna do what it do. I did not bring one for this, but I do. I'm like, where's my blush brush? There we go. That way it almost looks like a topper. I'm gonna take a little bit on my finger. And get it right there. And it's starting to dry down some, so that's helpful. It's really, really helpful. Let me grab that and let me grab some lashes and I'll be right back. All right, so this is the brown liner that I was thinking. And I'm gonna put a little bit. Yep, so that worked. Bam, see? Brown liner, that's all we need. I've got 3 pairs here. And I'm trying to decide what I want. I've really been enjoying like these natural medium doll ones that I got from Dollar Tree actually. So I think I'm probably going to go in with those. I have such curly lashes, so it's always a struggle to like test to see how things will like fit. I really want to do like the under the lash, you know, like when people are like putting the extensions like under them, but the thought of it just like freaks me out. Like that's so close to my eyeball that I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know that I could do that. I also have these natural wispy ones. Hopefully you can see that. There's a little bit of a glare. And then the natural doll light ones. So I need to figure out which one I want to put on. I don't know that I'm going to put them on right now. I've got a little bit of time before I actually like have to leave. So I think without like, if I do the lashes, that's the question. I will insert a picture so that you can see all of it. I actually really like how this turned out. Like, the color for days. Yes, spring come through because we are ready. Yeah, I like how that turned out. I do want to add, I'm like, where's my thing at? I feel like I need to add a little bit more purple right here. There we go. All right, we're gonna call it quits. I am loving this look, very spring, loving the purple lip. Like, yes, color come through. I am probably going to end up putting on those medium lashes, but I'll do that in a bit. Let me know what you guys think about this video down below. I've had a good time just, chatting, talking, catching up, girl talk, all of the things that we've been doing while I'm getting ready for the day. Again, subscribe, like, comment, share this video if you know someone that might like this style of video as well. And be sure to hit that notification button. I love you guys. May God continue to bless you, and I will see you next time.